Evening to everyone. My name is Ng Siu Ting and my matrix number is 184408 and I'm taking food service management and I'm from College Pendeta Zaba. So I selected three movies, which is Titanic, Frozen and Jurassic Park 3D. So first of all, why I choose Titanic is because Titanic is the world's most luxurious passenger ship and the main characters are Jack and Rose. So Jack is a homeless artist and Rose is a troubled young woman who lives in a rich society and she lives in a fantasy which she didn't want and she looking for a way out. So coincidentally, Jack saved Rose's life and they spend their time on the Titanic ship, although the time is just very short, but they fall in love to each other. But unluckily during the night time was the most dangerous time for ships. So the Titanic crew didn't saw the iceberg and they struck it. So that time Jack had tried many ways to save Rose, but the ship was going to sink and more than half of people on board were going to die. So in this movie, I learned that you have to sacrifice ourselves in order to save someone who we love. So the second movie I choose is Frozen, and the main character is Elsa. She has a sister who names Anna, and she has a power which her hand can get out of ice. So one day Anna tells Elsa that she wants to marry a guy, but Elsa doesn't agree because she knows that the guy has a motive to close to Anna, but Anna doesn't listen to her sister's advice. So Elsa getting angry and accidentally spread out the ice towards Anna. Then Anna freezes, and then they try many ways to save Anna. And they remember that Stoneman has told them the way to save Anna, which is Anna needs a lot of love from someone. Then one day Elsa, she go and find Anna, then she hugs her sister Anna, and that time miracles has happened, which the ice is getting melt. So in this story that I learned that is the love between siblings is very important and we should protect our siblings from danger. So the last movie that I chose is Jurassic Park. This story begins on Isla Nublar and a new park had just built on with genetically engineered dinosaur. So the scientists are using frog DNA and many others DNA to create a clone dinosaur. Then an entrepreneur creates a theme park which is Jurassic Park. But unluckily the power in the park is breaking down by computer system jig, which is Dennis who wishes to steal the embryo from the park. Then the theme park suffers a major power breakdown that allows all the clones dinosaurs to run away from the park. So in this story, I have learned that we have to plan well before we doing something. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Umayyah binti Mohammed. My matric number is 181895 and I'm from College Chancellor and I'm taking a program in Bachelor Pendidikan Sains Rumah Tangga. The movie that I choose is Frozen, and second is Jurassic Park, and last is Night at the Museum. First, why I choose Frozen is because the flow of the story is not hard to understand and easy to catch up. And Frozen is the type of musical story, so many kind of our children also love the story. So next is Jurassic Park 3D. Why I choose this is because I would like to know about animal in past like dinosaur, and from the story also I can see the modern technology that they use make it real in life. So the lastly is Night at the Museum. Actually, I love his story. So from the story, I can know about other country history, and this his story can release my attention with when I watch the many type of action that they what you call they acting. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Syuhada binti Suhaimi. My metric number is 182872. I am taking BSK Major Statistics. My movie selection for movie review is Frozen, um, 12 Years Slave and Titanic. For my first reason for Frozen, in my opinion, Frozen is the best selection for movie review since the main character is very cute and pretty, and the interactive color of the movie made me interested to watch the Frozen. And secondly, for my movie review is 12 Years Slave. Since this movie is true story and it is about the men who want to survive and fight for survival. And my last choice is Titanic. It was awesome story since we can know how the man willing to sacrifice her life for the girl that he loved. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Nur Ashiti binti Zakaria. My matrix number is 181860. My program is BSK Major Statistics and I'm from College Chancellor. I have selected 3 movies which is Annabelle, Night at the Museum and Titanic. Firstly is Annabelle. As we know, Annabelle is about horror movies. It is based on true movies and it's all about the haunted dolls that interrupt one family. This movie shows us the scare tactics when the doll is not involved, and it is different from other movies that I watched before. Secondly is Night at the Museum. In my opinion, this movie is really amazing with its wonderfully energetic scenes. It shows also the action of this story and the small hidden feeling of history that maybe we not know about it. Lastly is Titanic. I think this movie is about the quite possible of the greatest romantic epics ever, and with the ship with its totality of people. And this film sweeps us away into world of obstacle, beauty and excitement. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Sarah binti Zulkifli. My metric number is 183818 and I'm taking BSK Major Statistics. So my first movie selection is Night at the Museum. Why I selected this movie is because I think this movie is one great movie to be reviewed. Even though the start is a bit slow, but as it goes by, it gets into overdrive with spectacular special effects and non-stop action. There is also a small hidden feeling of history, which is good, especially for the young ones, where they can acknowledge while having fun. I think this movie is suitable for a wide range of ages. And then my next movie selection is Mr. Bean's Holiday. I think this movie is very relaxing and it is not heavy. It is also very entertaining because every action that Mr. Bean takes is very funny and entertaining. Therefore, I would really love to review this movie so that many people can watch this movie and enjoy this movie as much as I did. And the last movie is Titanic, as everyone knows. This movie is one of the most successful movies of all time, and and I have no problem saying that it is also one of the most beloved movies ever made, and therefore I think it deserves a review. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Uzaifa bin Zulkifli. I'm holding the metric number 181519. So I'm from college 13. I'm taking Bachelor Agriculture in Animal Science. So I'm choosing The Conjuring, Night at the Museum, and Titanic for my movie, which is I like to review. I would like to share about the Titanic first. Why I'm choosing Titanic, because for me Titanic is a movie that contains a message that everyone can learn from that movie. The message is about love and sacrifice, which is the main character, Jack and Rose, which is a love couple having a trouble from the iceberg. And then Jack, who is the hero in this Titanic movie, sacrificed his life to Rose. And for the Night at Museum and The Conjuring, I can conclude that this movie needs very critical thinking and nice strategy to solve certain problems, like The Conjuring, which is the paranormal movie. Include a family which is moved to the farmhouses. That farmhouses full of ghosts and paranormal activity. This family actually trying to solve the problem and to get their family safe from being disturbed from any ghosts and other activity that make themselves not safe in their farm house. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening. My name is Mohammed bin Muhammad Muslim, and my metric number is 184387, and I am the group leader of this group 113. Okay, the three movies that I have selected is, first is Titanic, second is Frozen, and the last is The Hunger Games. The first movie that I choose is Titanic is because as we all know that Titanic is one of the legendary movie in the world, so it is very well known in the world. Even the primary school child know this movie. So when we watch this movie, we can know that the greatest ship like Titanic also can be ruined. So we can conclude that as a student, we as a student do not feel great when we have something, so we can be a very better student next day. Another thing is Titanic is one of the romantic movie and about sacrifice of love. It is not for couple only, so we can take this love story in this story as example in our daily life. Second movie that I have selected is Frozen. I choose Frozen is because it is a very fun and relaxing movie. So when we watch this movie, we can release our stress from study all day long. This movie also teaches the relationship between sibling is important. So the movie will make us so happy and excitement all day long. The last movie that I have selected is The Hunger Game. When we watch this movie will teach us how to manage strategy in every situation. Like us as a student, we can manage the strategy in our study and how to excel in exam. Next is The Hunger Game movie also will teach us how to believe each other so that everything can happen easily. So I hope so that my selection of movie which are Titanic, Frozen, and the Hunger Game will be selected to be reviewed because I think these three movies is the best for us to watch. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Muhammad bin Mohammed Ridwan. My metric number is 181928. I'm from Bachelor of Agricultural Science and I'm from College ke-12. So for this movie review, I selected three movies, which is Hunger Games, The Maze Runner, and Titanic. The reason why I choose Hunger Games and Maze Runner because both of them are from novels. I love to watch movies based on the novel itself. As all we know, Hunger Games and Maze Runner are set in a dystopian world that is a community or society that is undesirable or frightened. From these movies, they teach us on how to be brave to face any obstacles and how to escape from frightening life. From the Hunger Game itself, I want to join archery as I like how Katniss shoot the arrow. For the third movie, I love Titanic because it's a true story in 19 something I think, and it's a romantic story and it's so sweet. Lastly, it teaches us how to sacrifice for our loved one. That's all from us. Thank you. From me. Thank you.
My name is Amir Mushid. My metric number is 181957. I'm from the 5th college and I am an accounting student. So the movie that I selected are Forrest Gump, Catch Me If You Can, and Lords of the Rings. For Forrest Gump, why I choose Forrest Gump? Because Forrest Gump is a very wonderful story about a man. He fought for the army. His lover left him and get back to him and left him again. So it is quite sad. He played ping pong for the Olympic and he is a wealthy fisherman. At the end of the story, he died alone. So next for Catch Me If You Can, this is a very interesting, mind-blowing true story about a boy doing a con job. He was from a wealthy family until his father got bankrupt and he was sent away. So the first con job he did, he became a teacher, then into a pilot, lastly a doctor. So what he did was he fraud checks. So the moral of the story is if you wanna be the bad guy, be bad in something new because later on you will get jobs. So lastly, Lords of the Rings. It is an epic fantasy movie where they deal with orcs, goblins, elves, and humans, and of course the ring that will rule them all. Basically, it is about the story of Frodo Baggins who is willing to destroy the ring before it got to the hand of Sauron that will destroy the earth. The story is full of love, drama, friendship and hatred. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. Okay, my name is Muhammad Arif bin Wang. My metric number is 181966. I'm from Bachelor Agricultural Science and I'm from K12. Okay, the three movie that I have selected is the Jurassic Park, the Madagascar and Mr. Bean Holiday. Okay, firstly, why I choose the Jurassic Park? Because I learned so many things in the Jurassic Park. Then how human try to bring the dinosaur back to life, but they fail. Human failure to create something that equivalent to God creature. But human to try to be good, to make sure that they can beat the other company to make news in something. And the management fail in produce a great theme park, which is Jurassic Park. And lastly, the creation is uncontrolled, which is they create the creature which combination of many creature, of T-Rex, of the snake, chameleon and other life. Okay, the next one is Madagascar. I love Madagascar so much because I learn about the journey between different races. That show we need to to each other, how we manage to know each other from different races such as India, Chinese, Malay, Kadazan Dusun that I learn from the Madagascar. Even though we don't have a same story, the same background, we can still have a same kind of thing. Okay, the next one is about the Mr. Bean holiday. Okay, I learned valuable things that in the Mr. Bean holiday. The first one is about don't never just something station by its cover. Okay, in this movie, Mr. Bean show that he can face so many situation, even bad, even he doesn't think that the end will be negative, but he always positive. Even though he knew he tried to help a boy, but suddenly the end there's something bad happened to him and also the boy. Okay, that was the station that will make us more open-minded to the other station. Okay, so I suggest that the movie that I choose will be selected as the movie contain valuable tips. That's only for me. Okay, thanks.
Okay, I think all of us have selected our own 3 best movies to be reviewed after this. So bad that we have to select the best 3 movies only to be reviewed. So what do you guys think?
I think follow the majority.
So the first movie
First movie
is
is
Titanic,
Yeah, because most of us chose Titanic. Yes.
and the
So-
second movie is
Frozen.
Frozen,
Yeah.
because most of us also choose Frozen to be
I
selected.
think 4 of us chose Frozen.
Yeah, 4 of us
Yes.
choose Frozen.
Let it go, let it go. Then the last
Then
movie
the last one is the museum.
Okay, that one is nice.
I think we have concluded that 3 movies that we have selected is first is Titanic, second is Frozen, and the last one
Jurassic
is
Park.
Night in the Museum.
Sorry everyone. Okay,
The last one is what?
Night in the Museum.
Yeah.
So when we want to conduct the next meeting?
I think next week we come at the
Wednesday, I think.
Tuesday
Tuesday.
Tuesday night at library
Around what time?
around 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Yeah.
Can? Then
Okay,
the
8 to
location?
10.
How about the location?
Also, I don't
I
know.
think
Library.
same.
Library.
Same
Yeah.
library, yeah.
movie review.
Oh,
It's
first movie
Titanic.
is Titanic.
It's Titanic.
So
Then
you
Frozen.
guys should watch the movie first before
No.
come to the.
We have
We
to
should
watch together.
together.
Yeah. Watch together.
So we can have a popcorn together.
No, we have to watch together. So
We have
I
to watch
think we
together
have
and
to
review.
arrange
Yeah.
the time so that we can watch together. Yeah.
Come.
So just a reminder. So when is the next meeting?
Tuesday
Tuesday
night.
night
Tuesday
at
night
library.
from 8 to 10 at library.
At library.
Okay. So that's all from us.
That's all from us.
Thank you.